When my husband handed me that cup of coffee, I knew something was off. It wasn't the way he smiled. He always smiled like that when he wanted something. It wasn't even the way he said, "I made you a special coffee, honey." It was the smell. There was something strange about it. Slightly bitter, almost metallic. Not like any coffee I had ever had before. Still, I smiled back at him and took the cup. "How sweet," I said softly, but inside my mind was racing. Things hadn't been right between us for a long time. Late nights, secret messages, unexplained absences. And then there was Rachel, his sister. She had moved in with us after her divorce. And what was supposed to be temporary quickly became permanent. At first, I tried to be supportive, but over time, she started making my life miserable. Subtle insults, constant interference. And the way she looked at my husband, it wasn't normal. And the way he looked back, that was even worse. So when I smelled that coffee, I didn't ignore it. I trusted my instincts. "I forgot my phone upstairs," I said casually. Standing up with a mug in my hand, walked toward the kitchen instead, and there she was. Rachel, leaning against the counter, scrolling through her phone like she owned the place. Right next to her, another cup of coffee. Same mug, same color. That's when it hit me. Without making a sound, I placed my cup down and picked up hers. Instead, my heart was pounding as I walked back into the living room. "Everything okay?" my husband asked. I smiled. "Perfect." And I took a sip. Normal. Just normal coffee. We sat together like everything was fine. Minutes passed. Then suddenly, Rachel shifted in her seat. "You okay?" I asked, watching her carefully. She forced a smile. "Yeah, just a little dizzy." My husband's face changed. Just for a second, but I saw it. Panic. "Maybe you should lie down," he said quickly, but it was too late. Her hands started shaking. Her breathing got heavy. "I don't feel right," she whispered. And then she collapsed. Everything turned chaotic. My husband rushed toward her, shouting, "Call 911." I picked up my phone, but instead of dialing immediately, I looked straight at him. Our eyes locked, and in that moment, he knew. "What did you do?" he asked, his voice shaking. I tilted my head slightly. "What did you do?" Silence filled the room. Heavy, suffocating. The ambulance arrived within minutes. Rachel survived, but whatever was in that coffee, it wasn't harmless. The doctors confirmed it later. Poison. That's when everything started to fall apart. The police got involved. Questions were asked. Stories didn't match. At first, my husband tried to act innocent. He said it must have been a mistake, that he didn't know what happened, but the truth has a way of coming out. They found the bottle in his car. And then they found the messages, hundreds of them, between him and Rachel. They weren't just close. They were having an affair for months, and even worse, they had planned it. Rachel had convinced him that I was the problem, that everything I had, my house, my money, my life, could be theirs. All he had to do was get rid of me. But here's what they didn't know. I had already started noticing things weeks ago. I had been preparing, saving messages, recording conversations, watching carefully. Even that morning, I had recorded him in the kitchen. His voice was clear. "Just drink it, and everything will be easier after today." That recording changed everything. There was no escape for them. Both of them were arrested. Both of them tried to blame each other, but it didn't matter. The truth was stronger than their lies. A few months later, I moved into a new apartment. A quiet place. No tension. No secrets. No betrayal. Just peace. One morning, I made myself a cup of coffee. I held it in my hands for a moment, then took a slow sip and smiled, because sometimes revenge isn't about hurting someone. It's about letting them fall into the trap they built for you.